Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin again below 43k slightly, but generally Bitcoin is going up here in the last 24 hours around about 2%, and then the last 7 days nearly 5%. Generally we can see further upside across the crypto market, something that we haven't really seen for many weeks really. Solana going up, Cardano going up, which is really a rare occasion here, or has been a rare occasion in the last few months. So it's really good to see that as a Cardano investor. And generally, we see upside across the crypto market. And let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently at, just as I said, below 43k again. However, it did break above that green zone, and that was a zone in which I told you when we broke above 39.7 that we are with a very high likelihood to get all the way up to 42.7. That was the next resistance, as we did it here. When you broke above that resistance level, that was on the 9th of March, we broke all the way up to 42.7. Now we did manage to get above it. The first one was a fake out, but now we seem to be holding it. And if I zoom in, and this is the 4-hour chart, you can see that the price touched that level and is now moving away from it again, which is generally a good sign for further price increases. It touched it, moved away from it. Now a green candle again, and that could indicate that the next candle will also be green. There's quite a bullish one here, because you were touching it and you were retesting it successfully. And that is even a 4-hour candle that is currently above it. I mean, we've had various 4-hour candles close above that level already. And if we now see a bit of volume, we can certainly move higher from here. And the next level that we would address is that, 44.5k level. And from here, there's only one more, which is the 45.5k. And if you move above that, then we can talk about possibly 20 to 30% of price increase for Bitcoin. That would then be my alternative scenario that I described in detail in the last video. Generally, what you can see here is a series of higher highs, higher lows. That is generally to be considered bullish. I mean, we are here. You can draw a trend line if you like to. We are here in an uptrend. The question is, how sustainable is it? And we can't really answer that question until we get a breakout out of this white horizontal triangle, this symmetrical triangle. There's two options: to break out up or down, and only then we really know how the market is deciding. Everything in here we really don't know. I mean, what I'm looking at here is this ABCDE pattern that is an Elliott Wave triangle, the very basic one that often happens in a fourth wave, and we are currently in a fourth wave. Based on that, we would then complete that fourth wave here, and you would then exit the triangle to the downside. Certainly something that could happen, because the prices generally across the crypto market are currently going up quite significantly. And a lot of cryptos are getting overbought on the daily time frame now. Bitcoin not yet, but if it moves all the way up to 45.5k, I think we get close to being overbought on the daily. That would then allow the price also to go down again, because if the indicators have recovered, they then have more scope to also move down again. But to do that, we are not allowed to break above that 45.5k level, or at least we should not stay long above it. But that 45.5k level is an important one, and if we break it, we will then get into that green zone here between 55 and 65k before we then eventually come down. I'm still looking here at this expanded flat, which would indicate that we made our 3 waves down here. That was a wave A, we came up in an overshooting wave B, and now we are in this wave C. I had a question, does the price need to get into this yellow target area? And I would say yes. Of course, it does not need to. The price can do what it wants, really, but it's all about probabilities, and having such a correction without a lower low is just extremely rare. And that so-called running flat pattern, which this could be a running flat, a so-called running flat. We took a look at that in a previous video, which indicates that, or which basically results in that C wave here making a higher low. Based on that, the low could be in, but this is really the most unlikely pattern that you can find, basically, especially in the in such a wave degree here. Across all Elliott Wave patterns, it is so rare, and therefore it is highly, highly unlikely. I would really, really be surprised if the low here is already in. I would really be surprised. I mean, it would be a shocker, absolutely. And at some point it then has to come down because it just needs to make that lower low. I'd be very, very surprised, okay? Of course, nothing is 100%. Nothing is ever 100%. I can only always give you here the most likely scenarios in each development to make sure you are equipped for both scenarios. And as I said, above 45.5K, what I'm going to do is open a long trade and will aim to take profits in this green region up here. And I'll, of course, make you aware about that on this channel. Yeah, that's my view here on Bitcoin at the moment. Can't really tell you much more. We need to be a bit more patient about Bitcoin while we are waiting for Bitcoin. At least the altcoin market is getting very, very interesting. Okay, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.